Hey, good evening. Tonight we're going to go over exercises that you can do for the back and the biceps. As I said, with exercises, you do anywhere between 4 and 6 depending on the amount of time you have. I recommend 3 sets for each exercise, and in each set, I recommend between 10 and 12 repetitions. On the third set, the repetitions between 10 and 12 should be very difficult. If not, you need to move up slightly in weight. Alright, the first thing we're going to start with is a lateral pull down. Lateral pull down works not only your arms, but your back. And if you're trying to do pull-ups, the more lateral pull downs you do, the more it'll help you. Okay. Alright, for a lateral pull down, I don't have the bar on, but you generally have a pad that helps keep your legs in place. That way you're not moving up and down as you're trying to pull down the weight. I tend to put my hands, palms facing away from you. You can put it towards you. I think it works a little more of your biceps that way. This works a little more of your back. The farther out your grip goes, the more difficult it will be, because then you're starting to isolate some of your lats in the back. Like I said, I keep it about shoulder width apart, and when you pull it down, you want to keep your body straight. You don't want to lean back, and you don't want to jerk it back. You want to keep a nice, clean pull all the way down. It should touch about the middle of your chest. Make sure that your elbows are back. See, right now they're at least in line or slightly behind my torso. And then all the way up again. And keep doing that. You should feel a slight squeeze right around here once you pulled it all the way down. If you can do pull-ups, that's also a great back exercise. If you can't, you can use bands that you can wrap around. I don't have any right now, but you can wrap around a pull-up bar to help provide you extra support. Or, if you want, you can do something similar to this. You can stand on a bench. Like I said, you can do this with bands. And you pull yourself up, and you hold yourself for a little bit as long as you can. And then go down slowly if you can. And that'll help start to work the muscles and get you to where you can do a full pull-up. Another back exercise that you can do is called a row. You can do this a couple different ways, a seated row. You can sit. Move this back for a second. Give your feet support. And then again, your back should be straight. Don't try to lean too far back. And then you pull it all the way in. Again, your arms are going to be about at a 90-degree angle when you pull it all the way back. And your elbows are going to be either in line or slightly behind your back. And then they extend out again. You can either bring it low in your torso or higher up. It doesn't really matter, but you'll notice when you squeeze at the back, there's a slight difference when you go row low and then when you row high. I tend to prefer to row low because I think it just feels more natural. Another bent over row that you can do with either kettlebells or dumbbells. You can use a bench to help stabilize yourself. I like to keep this leg on the other, whatever arm I'm working, I like to keep that leg on the other side of the bench firmly planted. It helps to keep you stable and balanced. You extend the weight all the way down and then bring it up. You want to bring it just before it hits your torso to where you almost have a 90-degree bend in your arm, and then back down again. And you should feel it right around this part of your back when you're doing it. Extend all the way, back up again, and squeeze for just half a second at the top. Concentrate on the muscle that you're trying to work. Another back exercise you can do, I'm going to show you this with the band. It's what you call a reverse fly. You can hold your arm out in front of you, straight arm extended, and you're going to rotate your arm from straight in front of you, straight to the side. You want to keep your arm parallel to the floor. Do this motion. when it's out in front of you, and also bringing it to your side. So you turn around, out in front of me, your side. You can do that with either a pulley machine or you can do it with the resistance bands. Either one works just as well. Or if you want to do a bend over, another way to do it, this is slightly bend over. Start out with your arms in front of you and bring them up. I keep them very slightly bent when I'm doing this one, just because it helps keep some of the force off of my elbow. I'm turning this way. Do it with a. What you're doing is your arm's not bent straight. You have a slight bend in it, and you're bringing it up. Again, parallel to the floor. Most exercises generally have your arms parallel to the floor, and most sets you do, whether it's these back exercises, like I said before, with shoulders. It just keeps the rotation on your shoulder where it needs to be, and that way it doesn't strain it. Some exercises, other exercises you can do for the back, if you have a bench, or if you have a back extension machine in your gym. What I do with the bench is I lie down on it, my hips are at the corner, at the edge here, and I just hold onto the bench here, with a slight bend in my knee. I just lift up. And you should feel it right along here on the lower part of your back. Make sure you're just using your legs to do it. You're not doing any momentum. What it does is help work your lower back, strengthen those lower back muscles that sometimes hurt. Another exercise you can do for the back is you have the bar right out in front of you. I keep my knees slightly bent, my arms straight, and I pull all the way down until it hits my hips. Raise it up till my arms are about parallel to the floor, and then bring it back down again. Like I said, slightly squeeze it once you get here, back up again. Okay. Other exercise you can do for biceps. You can do this several different ways. If you have bands, you can do band bicep curls. You want to keep your elbow close to your body. Make sure that when you're coming up, it stays close to you, and the only thing that you're moving, the only joint you're moving, is your elbow. Or if you use dumbbells, you want to keep them to your side, stand up straight. As you're curling up, again, you want to keep your elbow in and keep a straight movement. You don't want to go out. You can go in, that's a different exercise too. Returning this way, as I said, keep your elbow into your body. Bring it up, not using momentum. You can squeeze slightly at the top for a second so you can feel it, and back down again. You can either do it at the same time, if you like, or you can alternate. You may also use this with the bar. You can do varying grips.